playmates? I expect you wonder why a great star like me has come on as early as this. No, well, I've got to be back in the institution at 9 o'clock, you see. We've got a new matron. And she let Lionel Blair off, so she had to let me off as well, you know. Anyways, keep going, boys, that's the idea. You did well at rehearsals. But, anyway, playmates, as I say, it's lovely working here in this lovely theatre, because I'm so well known here. You know they put me in the star dressing room? They have. On my dressing room door, there's a big star, and as I was coming out, I slammed the door, and the star fell off. And the word underneath proved not only am I a star, I'm a gentleman as well. Well, you see, the stage staff here are all so friendly. They know all about me. They know I was born in 1900, and that was a very good year, 1900. And so I don't worry about age, you know. All I hope is I live till I'm 98 and I'm shot by a jealous husband. I must have a chat with JR about that. Anyway. Well, this is my 12th Royal Variety Show, playmates. I'll never forget the first one. It was so exciting. The Queen thought I was marvellous. Prince Albert wasn't so keen, but... and during that show, I sang a little song, and I've had a request for it again tonight. Now, those of you who remember Bandwagon in the Stone Ages, anyone remember Bandwagon? You do? You must be older than you look. Anyway, in those happy days, I always used to sing little songs about insects or birds. Well, tonight, I'm going to sing you the original of all these silly little songs. Guess what it's called? Oh, you can see the music. Off we go. Lovely tempo. Oh, what a glorious thing to be, a healthy grown-up busy bee, whiling away the passing hours, pinching all the pollen from the cauliflowers. I'd like to be a busy bee, being just as busy as a bee can be, flying round the garden, the sweetest ever seen, taking back the honey to the dear old queen. Buzz, 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 honeybee, buzz if you like, but don't sting me. Buzz, 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 honeybee, buzz if you like, but don't sting me. Oh, what a glorious thing to be, a healthy grown-up busy bee, making hay while time is ripe, building up the honeycomb just like tripe. I'd like to be a busy bee, being just as busy as a bee can be, flying all around the wild hedgerows, singing all the cows upon the parson's nose. Buzz, 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 honeybee, buzz if you like, don't sting me. Buzz, 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 honeybee, buzz. Oh, God. Silly bee song, isn't it? Oh, what a glorious thing to be, a nice obedient busy bee. To be a good bee, one must contrive. The bees in the beehive must be hive. But maybe I wouldn't be a bee. Bees are all right when alive, you see. When bees die, you really should see 'em pinned on a card in a mucky museum. Buzz, 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 honeybee, buzz if you like. I must buzz off. Buzz if you like, but don't sting me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Memories of Music Hall with Roy Hunt as Max Muller.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Well, what if I am? Not interfering with you, am I, lady? Here we go then with the first song, ladies and gentlemen, a little song entitled Don't Sit on the Gas Stove, Granny, You're Too Old to Ride the Range. Here we go. I'm known as the cheeky chappy. The things I say are snappy. That's why the pretty girls all fall for me. I don't do things contrary. My love will never vary, 'cause Mary from the dairy holds the key. I fell in love with Mary from the dairy, but Mary wouldn't fall in love with me. Down by an old mill stream, we both sat down to dream. A little did she know that I was thinking of a scheme. She said, let's pick some buttercups and daisies. Those buttercups were full of margarine. She slipped and then she fell down by the wishing well, in the same place that I fell with Nellie Dean. Now here's a funny thing, now here is a funny thing. I went home last night, now there is a funny thing. I went through the kitchen, into the bedroom, there's the wife crying her eyes out. I said, now what's the matter? She said, it's all right for you, Miller, out half the nights. Well, you've been out, I've had a burglar in here. I said, did he get anything? She said, not half, I thought it was you. I came home one night, she's there with two black eyes. I said, now where'd you get two black eyes from? She said, the lodger gave them to me. I showed upstairs, I said, oi, you've given my wife two black eyes? He said, yes. I said, what for? He said, I found out she was being unfaithful to us. I came home one night, I said to her, listen, I said, I've just found out our milkman has made love to every housewife in this street except one. She said, I bet it's that stuck-up woman at number 12. Never be another, will there? But don't get me wrong, lady, don't get me wrong. I think marriage is a marvellous thing. You know, marriage always reminds me of riding a bike. Yes. Any old thing will do to learn on. Once you've learned, get a good one, right? And now a short monologue is spoken from the mouth. I like the girls who do. I like the girls who don't. I hate the girl who says she will, and then she says she won't. But the girl who I like best of all, and I'm sure you'll say I'm right, is the one who says she never does, but she looks as if she... Now listen. Here's one. I had a shocking nightmare the other night. Me and three pals, we went to hell. And the devil was there. And the devil said to the first fellow, he said, what are you doing down here? He said, don't ask me. Don't ask me. He said, I've never neglected the wife. He said, I've never been drunk. I've never been out with women. I don't know why I'm here. He said, the second fellow, what about you? He said, I'm just the same as him. He said, never neglected the wife. He said, never got drunk. He said, never been out with other women. The third fella, exactly the same. He said to me, now, what are you doing now here, Miller? I said, well, I'm entitled to be here. I said, I've neglected the wife. I said, I've gone out and got drunk and I've been with other women. The devil said, you're just the fella I'm looking for. He said, you know what I'm going to do? I said, what? He said, I'm going to burn the other three and me and you are going to have a night out. Now, my missus said she's going to divorce me. The moment that she does and I'm free. There's a pretty girl I know, I'll take her to and show just where Mary from the dairy fell for me. Yes, where Mary from the dairy fell for me.
Underneath the old shades, we dream our usual way. Underneath the old shades, on cobblestones we lay. Every night you'll find us, tired out and worn, happy when the daylight comes creeping, heralding the dawn, sleeping when it's raining, and sleeping when it's fine. Trains rattling by and by, where we stray. Underneath the arches, we dream our dreams away. Underneath the arches, we dream our dreams away. Slowly, just slowly, under the cool of the evening air, I don't envy the rich in their I'd rather have chances only when I'm strolling, just strolling, where the light of the every night I know I'm strolling, and I know I'm when I'm strolling with the one I love. When I'm strolling with the one I love.
I've never been on a London stage before, so forgive me if I'm nervous. But I'm from the silent films. And wouldn't you know that my English ancestors, those that are here, were put on a stage a story of the birth of those silent films, and I am up there as me, and I thought you had to be dead for that.
Her figure is something to applaud. Where she's narrow, she's as narrow as an arrow, and she's broad where a broad should be broad.
With dynamite. Her hair is white or pearly.
Thank God it's mine and curly.
Her lips are pips.
They call my hips whirly and whirly. You're my baby,
And she's my ball.
but you're the one that breaks the law. I'm not, and we don't want to run. Now we're having so much fun with Honey Bun.
Out and tell her.
Here we are, and a very lady carrying on, running up on the lady of shame.
They don't update me.
Honey, set your mind on mine. Honey, honey, put your mind on this. Honey, Thank you. My son, J.R., has given me permission to sing a song tonight because he knows how much it means to me to be here on this stage. About 36 years ago, the great Noel Coward introduced me to my first London audience on that very same stage, the Theatre Royal, Drury Lane. I was so proud to be there, and I'm so proud to be here this night to sing this birthday song from me. Someday, when I'm awfully old and the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of and the way you look tonight. Oh, but you're lovely with your warmth and grace, shared in every place. Nothing can erase that from my memory of the way you look tonight. Through the years, your graciousness grows. You've made it a work of art, and your smile that everyone knows touches our grateful hearts. Dear one, you'll never, never change. You'll keep that breathless charm. Thank you for arranging it, your love song, just the way you look
Your Majesty, finally, from the golden days of Hollywood, I am honored to introduce two of its most revered actors, James Cagney and Pat O'Brien.